This is what happens when you mix alchemy, Catholicism, and blue chip art. This is a painting by Leonora Carrington that sold earlier this year for 1.3 million USD. Leonora Carrington was born in 1917 to a very wealthy, aristocratic English family. She was considered somewhat of a problem child and was expelled from multiple convent schools, but she was always very drawn to Celtic mythology, which would play a significant role in her work later in life. As a young woman, Carrington escaped England during the onset of World War II and ended up in Mexico, where she would live and work until she died. In this painting, The Hour of the Angelus, Carrington uses egg tempera on panel, which was a technique common in the medieval era and the early Renaissance. It involves mixing egg yolk with the pigment, which for Carrington was a ritual and somewhat akin to the practice of alchemy. Angelus refers to a Catholic prayer, which traditionally was recited 3 times a day to honor the Virgin Mary. However, the composition of the work is similar to medieval or some Renaissance painting, where there's no focal point to the painting. It creates a narrative across the span of the entire image with various figures engaging in different activities. Here you can see a floating egg, which is either being thrown in the air or caught by this 2-headed, 4-footed figure. Above them are a number of these creatures or spirits, one of which is reminiscent of one of her sculptures titled The Catwoman. As you can see here, the hand position is very similar and comes up in various paintings by Carrington. The work reflects a number of different themes Carrington absorbed while living in Mexico, from Catholicism, indigenous mythologies, to esotericism. It echoes the Renaissance panels she studied in Italy, but mixes them with a dream logic that's uniquely her own. This painting marks a turning point for Carrington, where her visual language is fully evolved, combining surrealism, ancient mythology, mysticism, and more.